Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a special edition of Coffee and Comics at an actual coffee place. Go figure.
Starbucks.
It's in the title, in the name. But we're outside because it's California and it's 80 degrees on an April night. So, obviously, got the best smoke in the world here. And as you can see, there's another person that found out that I do this thing. And so he wanted to join. But he is also the creator of this wonderful gem of a comic book right here. So, you've seen me review this before. So, introduce yourself.
My name is Marcus Clawson. Like you said, I'm the creator of a comic book called Mallow Man. The first 3 issues being sold in local Sacramento comic book stores and online at indieplanet.com. So pick them up.
Yes. Awesome. All right. So before we get to why he's here, then I'm way out here in close to San Francisco. We're going to get through some business first. So obviously we're going to talk about his new issue of Mallow Man number 4. Then we're going to talk about Nightwing 19. Threw me off with 3. And then Red Hood 19 as well. And then what the hell? Let's just go with number 2. Mallow Man as well. So, alright. And then also, 2 other numbers of business. There's pictures of Halle Berry as Storm that Bryan Singer posted as a Twitter pic. So if you haven't seen that yet, go see that. What do you think about that?
I don't know. The cloth is it's different. It's not typical superhero.
Yeah, it's more realistic.
Which could be good. I mean, it's going to be in the future, and it's going to be rugged and rough, and shiny leather maybe isn't the best.
Maybe not. Motorcycle shiny leather with
maybe
silver.
Shiny leather's been outlawed in the future.
Maybe. But isn't this supposed to be like after First Class, and then like in the middle of all of them?
Well, it's after First Class, because First Class is before the first Bryan 3 movies.
Obviously.
But I think it's after The Last Stand.
So it's going to coincide with the Wolverine movie?
I don't know how much they're doing with connectivity. I mean, Wolverine even made a cameo in First Class, but it doesn't seem like they really have their shit together when it comes to
trying to bring.
Yeah, can I say?
Yeah, you can say shit.
It doesn't seem like they have their shit together. Get it together.
Yeah, just like DC and trying to make the Justice League movie. Can't get that crap together. Which brings me to my next point. A friend of mine that lives in LA, which, most actors and producers do, he sent me a 10-page Facebook message of the first 10 pages of the Justice League movie that he's writing, which, by the way, he doesn't really know about comic books at all. And so when he sent me this and I was reading it, I was like, this is why DC movies get horribly made. I think this is what happened in Green Lantern. I think that Jeff Johns sent 10 pages to Ryan Reynolds and said, read this and give me some notes. And Ryan Reynolds doesn't look like a comic book person. So.
But if you ask any of the actors who are in the movies, they were the biggest fans. Talk to Nicolas Cage. I loved Ghost Rider when I was a little guy. And
I mean, look what he was gonna do with this guy right here. Okay, he was gonna have him fight a fucking spider. Okay, built-in abs, and it's Nicolas Cage as Clark Kent. I'm hoping that this Man of Steel movie is gonna be.
They were gonna have him fight a spider, and they were not gonna have him have a cape.
No.
And they weren't gonna make him fly.
No.
That sounds like a solid Superman movie.
It's very solid because there's 2 things that Superman does that he's not going to do. Would make no sense.
Yeah.
Make no sense. Alright, so I was reading it, and you know what he wants? First of all, he made Barry Allen a teenager.
Okay.
And then he gets his powers from a school bombing. Yes. Oh, it gets better. As I was reading it, there was a character that said Solomon. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't think Solomon Grundy would be a movie villain for the Justice League. And so as I'm conferencing with him saying that, he's like, no, I wanted to use the new Green Lantern as the bad guy, and then at the end of the movie, he joins the Justice League. And I'm just like, okay.
See, I think this is going to be a great movie, and I want to see it. I put money down.
No, it's going to be horrible.
I think that sounds solid. Let's all rally around this script.
By the way, if you don't know, Amazon has a film page where you can submit scripts and put like cuts and stuff together and put it on there, which I didn't know until he sent me a link to it. So
if anyone wants to make a Mallow Man script, they can just post it up on Amazon and then we can get some stuff rolling.
Amazon Films, and see if we can make an animated Mallow Man, which would be kind of cool.
There you go.
Who would play Mallow Man?
I've always thought Mallow Man would be voiced by Bruce Willis.
That would be good.
Agent Chalk is obviously a reference to Sam Jackson.
There you go.
Bacon Boy could be like Michael Cera. That's the guy from
right here of Mallow Man #2. Now explain to us readers, or whoever not read this yet, what entails in the adventures of Mallow Man.
In Mallow Man #2, it's really the beginning of the story. The first issue is sort of an introduction to the characters and just to get an idea of what kind of world I'm creating. Mm-hmm. And in Mallow Man #2, like, stuff starts hitting the fan. There's more action, and I choreograph a fight between an onion and a leaf. So,
onion and a leaf.
Hey.
Yes, onion and a leaf. Well, that seems. We'll see. Obviously, look, see, onion, leaf. Yeah, see there. But I think this is very creative because, like you have on the title right here, pictures for kids, but words for adults, which is kind of like, it kind of has that like Shrek thing going, where Shrek had, it was a cartoon, but at the same time they made subtle references that adults would get, and kids were like, I don't get it. Which, so I would think that if a father who reads comic books, because there are people like that,
this guy
would be get a joy reading this while the kids read it. So should pick this up if you don't. Little comic book stores. Where would they find this?
Empire Comics Vault in Sacramento, or Metropolis Comics, or Big Brother Comics, or Waterfront Comics in Sassoon.
Alright, and then also we'll go in the same thing of issue #4. Am I correct? Or
nope,
3?
that's 3.
That's false pretenses. False pretenses.
I wasn't just like saying West Side earlier.
Alright, so explain to us what's going on in this one.
In issue 3, we're getting closer to the protagonist is approaching the antagonist. We're getting close to the conflict, and it's really just an opportunity for me to throw in more stupid jokes and more poorly referenced artwork. So
yeah. Artwork's pretty different from other things, but it's still pretty good.
Well, I've never really drawn realistic artwork. I've been a cartoonist. I used to draw cartoons at local school papers, so that's kind of my background of art.
Oh, there you go.
I just, instead of trying to do something that I'm not comfortable with doing, I embrace what I can do.
Kind of like me, knowing that I cannot play sports, because that's what my dad wanted me to do. Just play sports, but when my catcher's glove is like right here and the ball is like that way, I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to do that for very much longer. So, but also this caught my eye on the back here. Here. What's this in the back here?
That is Living of the Dead. That's a comic series that a friend of mine does. On all the issues of Mallow Man, I try to put ads for other indie comic creators inside the book, just so that, if I move up the ladder, I can bring people up with me, sort of thing.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's friends helping friends in the creative world of comic books and entertainment.
There's some really, really awesome indie comics out there. So if you want to be adventurous and step outside the world of the big two, DC and Marvel,
yeah, like this.
Try some things.
Do it, because that's what the world is about. No one teaches that unless you find out for yourself. Okay, so by the way, all these comic books, like you said, you can find at either Empire Vault comic book stores or other comic book stores in your local area. So check it out.
Or indieplanet.com.
Or indieplanet.com. Yes. I don't know about online comic books, but it's a new wave. It's a new industry, online comic books. So, okay, so DC has been doing this wonderful thing that I used to love when they had back in the 1900s. Is this fold out on each cover of each comic book that is out the week. Now, I like these fold out covers because you don't know what's going to happen on the other side until you do that. So, I think that gives you more of a reason to be like, oh, I'm going to read this now. But in this issue right here, Jason Todd had, when he was tricked by the Joker and gassed in his helmet, he was he wasn't messaged. He was visited by a spirit guide that he met a long time ago, saying that, listen, you can't be the Jason Todd that wants to kill people and the Jason Todd that wants to help people now. You have to be one or the other. You can't live with the past going to the future. So he's going to go back to where he found peace and serenity and get rid of all of his memories, which doesn't really do well because these guys are his biggest family so far. So, I mean, it's all in light of after Joker and then after Damian dying. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of inner peace that the whole Bat family needs to find because they're all fucked up right now. It's pretty crazy, but it's good. But at the same time, they're all fucked up, and so you don't know what's going to happen. Is there going to be a new Robin? Is there going to be no Robin? Is Batman going to finally snap and kill someone? Who knows? Who knows? And then also, in this one, Nightwing, which, by the way, this artist, I like this type of art because it pops more, and it gives me more excitement to read it. So again, there's cover right there. And then this one has Nightwing in Chicago, which is pretty cool because they use, and if you ever see the Dark Knight movies, they use Chicago as Gotham City. So it's nice that they're putting like realistic cities in, you know. But at the same time, they're showing Dick Grayson, which is kind of poor now because he put all of his money into the circus and bringing it back to Gotham. But the Joker kind of fucked that up. So now he really is not the rich kid anymore because he used all of his money and he doesn't want to ask for money from Bruce because no one with the Bat family is talking to Bruce.
How did he get his money in the first place?
Bruce.
Does he want to go back for more, I guess?
No. He wants to live on his own now, I guess. And then also there is a Vengeance is coming after Requiem because of Robin dying. But at the same time too, you know, they're shamelessly plugging the Injustice game. Which, by the way, I blew through in one day. From like 10 in the morning all the way to 5. And didn't eat. And realized I had to eat. So. Alright. So now. What inspired you to write these wonderful comic books that are in my hands right here?
Okay, so here's the legend as it's told. I used to make comic books out of just printer paper with staples in the middle, 3 or 4 of them, and then you just fill them in. And I would make a lot of these when I was little, and my cousin asked me, you know, how do you make comic books? I want to make comic books. But I don't have any ideas. And so what I was trying to explain to him was that a comic book can be anything. We were in the kitchen at the time, and there happened to be a bag of marshmallows on the counter. And so I was like, Mallow Man. And then fast forward years in the future, and I just finished, I just started college, and I wanted to do like a real comic book for the first time. And the only character that's popping out of me was Mallow Man, so I kind of just went with it. And that's how he was born. That's the origin story.
It's a good origin story.
Why I make comic books still mostly is to see if I can make my friends and family laugh. That's the goal, basically.
Cool. There you go. Because if you're trying to do what LA does and make money just because comic books and superheroes are big nowadays, that's not the right reason.
Trying to make money in the comic book industry?
Yeah.
You're in the wrong industry.
Yeah. Basically, look, when you see like the big comic book people like Jim Lee and Stan Lee and all those people thinking, oh man, comic books are easy to make. No, they are not. Number 1, you're kind of poor all the time. Number 2, you're kind of poor all the time. And number 3, did I mention you're kind of poor all the time?
I'm kind of poor all the time.
That's why he makes comic books. So, and I work 2 jobs. So, it goes with anything with passion. If you're a stand-up comedian, you're obviously touring the country, spending your own money at first, playing shows for free, stuff like that. So, and then, if you want to get stuff out, you gotta... But nowadays, it's easier to do if you want to get stuff out because of this lovely internet and iMovie and Twitter and all this stuff to, get your stuff out there.
Greatly. I mean, from tools to promote like Facebook and Google Plus to like even helping with production. I use Kickstarter to fund the first printing of Mallow Man. That worked out great for me because it's basically you're making sales for your book before your book is even printed.
Which is a very smart idea because, you want to get something out there and you want people to realize what your vision is and enjoy, bring joy to the world. Not just, look, I'm going to make this comic book and I want thousands of dollars because I see Stan Lee making thousands of dollars, so I can do that.
I like how you said thousands.
Well,
He's made thousands and that's all.
Thousands is not a lot of money, but some people are kind of ignorant in the way of money, and so they think thousands of dollars is balling. It's not really balling. Not even millions is balling anymore.
I would feel balling if I had thousands of dollars.
I would too, but
I would wear a chain that said thousands of dollars.
That would be nice, but then that would just be a waste of thousands of dollars.
That's a good point.
So, I mean, although your rapper name could be thousands of dollars.
I know, you'd be so much better than 50 Cent.
So much better than 50 Cent. And yet, half of 50 Cent's brother. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I was going to say 75 cents. That's not half.
We're going to work on some basic math once we're done with this video.
This is why we're comic book people, because we don't need math. We think more of 3-dimensional kind of things. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who doesn't like 3 dimensions? Who wants math?
I know, really. I'd rather fly or have super speed than know how to pay rent and map out for food and stuff.
This is pretty detailed. You got.
It was all in here. It was all in here. So.
Is there going to be a lawsuit coming for Warner Brothers for taking your ideas?
No.
No.
Because we didn't have a lawyer or we didn't have a representation. So essentially, we're like, listen, Warner Brothers, here's some free ideas. So.
You're blowing my mind right now. That you wrote the Superman script.
I know. I have it in my living room. I look at it every day, just like. Could have been.
I feel like I need a bigger claim to fame than Mallow Man right now.
No. First of all, nothing happened with the script, so I'm not like some big shot. I'm just, like you, trying to get my stuff out there.
I know, but you could be a big shot.
I don't know. I mean, if that really did take off, can you imagine? I don't think I can handle that. I don't think I can handle that.
I'm going to call you Hollywood from now on.
Don't do that. Because that's false pretenses. But I ate a lemon. That's not good. So, okay. What else we got here? Anything else? Do you want to plug anything?
I don't want to plug anything. I think you
look up comedy in Old Sac, and it should pop up. So if you want to go see that, go see that. He might be coming on the show in the future. His name is Sean. So go support him as well. I'm going to continue drinking this because this is pretty good. It's not coffee, but it's coffee extract.
It's green. You guys can't see what's in here, but it was green.
It's good though. It's fantastic. All right, I will see you all later, and please subscribe. And yeah, have a good day.